Ladies and gents, welcome to our Halo Wars 2 Amateur League. In the blue color, you've got yourself Doggie. He's playing as Kinsano. On the other side of the map, we've got Lemonland playing as Yap Yap. We've already got a mini base deal here. And I think there's a chopper, that's right. The chopper should be looking to harass the Marines ideally, but I think it might be looking to pick up the back mini base perhaps. Doggie, if he had gone for triple harvester or supply pad rather here, I think this mini base might have been picked up by him. But oh well, it's not that big of a deal. At least he got the back one. There's two Marines in the back. That is highly unusual, but I mean, they are fighting off a chopper, so fair enough. And once the 4 Marines get to work on the power nodes, they're going to be pretty comfortable. Now, these amateur leagues are really for everyone. Most people should play in these. There is a 65-pound prize pool this time around, thanks to Host Decide's small boost there. Much appreciated. Indeed. No top players in this, and even a lot of the mid-level players get cut out of the amateur league, so... You know, it's really here for you guys to learn. Get experience in the real tournament environment, but with the limitation of not getting bonked over the head. Very slow mini bases back there for Lemonland. Excuse me. Right, against Yap Yap, especially the mini base dealing kind, you definitely want your early barracks out, and Kinsano doesn't really have other options. Like, you could go mass rabbit, but it's just way harder to pull off if they go chopper and cannon fodder early on. Kinsano could do it though. Kinsano's pretty good at that. You just have to go into red line. But these Marines into the Grunt Riders, that's gonna be a rough one. Already going into the main. But there is a sniper. If the sniper gets into the garrison, that should basically cover the base. Generator should be safe-ish. These guys are still gonna do some damage though. And the sniper eventually will have to get out to chase him down. Oh, no. Lemonland didn't reposition them. That is interesting. What's that supply pad about? Isn't it a little too early to give up on barracks units? Oh, we're swapping into rabbits, I see. I guess the chopper production hasn't been heavy enough to deter it, so you know what? Fair enough. And Doggie does have enough to upgrade the rabbits. Really good drop with the Hellbringers deactivating the mine there right away. Yeah, if you do a drop on UNSC drop, that is, on those mines, then basically they just pop without your drop actually taking damage, so that's great. But these rabbits are too few in number. Now, Doggie is working on jackrabbit production somewhat, but more importantly, he got a second generator, and I think that should have been the other way around, to be honest. See, if you just overwhelm this location and upgrade your rabbits, it's way easier to just protect yourself and take out that stuff. Heavy grunts on the other side are now being made, and Lemonland is looking to supplant that with a lot of cannon fodder. This is good stuff against rabbit play, and they'll ensure that the power node gets captured as well. We've got the shades getting dropped in. If they target the generator, it's actually in a little bit of trouble, but it's good news for Doggie that he's got a turret. He's bringing around the jackrabbits as well, so the situation is really not that bad. Back mini is now being bullied, and I think Yap Yap is gonna take this out. Just not enough rabbits. What is Doggie up to? Saving up for tier 2, but not making units, really. You know, amateur league problems. This is okay. As long as it gets fixed long term. Really, the problem, guys, is that you're just gonna pump a little bit, right? We already see this from Lemonland. He's doing it a little bit better. Capturing power node after power node. Destroying the mini bases. Thanks to the constant pump we've got going on here. The trickle unit of Doggie just aren't enough to dislodge the mini base. And it's been there for like 5+ minutes, right? Now it's down. But at what cost? That generator is super low. I don't necessarily think these guys can take it down, but it's not impossible either. We're gonna have a Kinsano hero right away in tier 2. I agree with that. And then we should also be seeing flame logs. But another problem is that the spending didn't happen for a second base. Like, there should be a second base when you got that many resources. Yap's here to do the punishing though. Generator is getting bonked right away. There's just not enough stuff to cleanly defend against the drop. I think the drop guys should just get out of here. Get the back mini. If you clear all the minis, that's like having a base up on the other guy. An upgraded base too, so it's like pretty expensive. And Lemonland is getting a regular base on top of everything. Got 4 power nodes, working towards 5. Lemonland's just playing really well. This is Lemonland's clearly watching Pro League and learning from it actively. That's a good counter though to the Yap drop, at least by itself. If you have some heavy grunts, at least you can pull some stunts off, and you know, methane does make them all that more powerful. But this is a cleanup for now. Doggie Knave has at least something going for him. That Kisano has got to work overtime. Now the generator upgrade there is pending. You have a watchtower, so Doggie can just buy this back mini. This side one isn't there to threaten Lemonland, is just chilling. Getting some extra economy from it. It's to be taken back. With Lemonland now being in tier 2 as well, obviously the war councils are on the menu. Making some grunt goblins soon. Grunt hustle first, not a problem. Yeah, we did kick some players out today. Several of them had 3.5 or even more MMR. One of them had 4.2. That is definitely rising starts here. Like above 3, I typically don't let people in. Let me just check where these guys are at. I'm not commentating this very heavily now because obviously Doggie is in serious trouble and I just don't see how he's coming back from this. Let's take a look at those levels for these two. So Doggie is 2.69 MMR. And then what's Lemonland's exact username? 91111. Lemon Land 91111. He's 2.89. So we're not breaking our own rules or anything. Oh, Inferno. That's a good little counter here. The shield is actually down. The engineer might help with the bubble. Lemon Lead has a great big economy, so the trouble is not too serious thus far. Maybe a foundry will go down. That's really not too bad. And then you've got the gobos to heal up things. So it's really not too tragic. The Inferno didn't do much. Doggie should have probably just saved up for the big drop. And then with 6 Flame Hogs as well, that would have done a lot of damage. But now you've destroyed one building of, 200 blue in exchange for 1,200 total resources. Some good work on the mini bases though. Catching the Mexican generator in the back is a big play. Maybe Kinsano could have some momentum here. What do you mean there's no way Doggie is 2.69 MMR? I literally looked. You can see his username, you can look him up. Doggie Knave 75. Go type it into Halo Warpoint. Wars Hub. Halo Wars Hub, sorry. Warpoint is dead. Halo Wars Hub, that's where you gotta go. Well, guys, anything is possible. Don't tell me stuff like Doggie Knave should leave. He's making it happen. He's recapturing all the power nodes. I wrote him off, but I made a mistake. I was like, that's bad. Chat is like, yeah, that's really bad. It's like, okay. Now he's destroying all the generators. He's taking all the mini bases. He's taking all the power nodes. What a chat. Anything is possible, as they say. If you sub, will you stop getting ads? Absolutely. The ads or the subs, they help us fund everything. Just a part of it. I do apologize if it's annoying. There's many ways that we... there's many funding streams we use, but it's an important one. Oh god, those mines! Oh, that hurt. And with the turret upgrading, it's enough too. But now Yap Yap is gonna counterattack, and there's a Locust in there. I don't think this base is gonna make it long at all. Oh, big drop. Methane explodes. For now, these guys are debuffed and stunned. There's a Hunter. So I think the tank could be taken care of. It's the Hornets. It's pretty troublesome, those. But there are 3 grunt goblins. I should say they ought to make it, right? Especially with 2-star heavy grunts. Especially if there's a further Yap Yap drop, which actually Lemon Land will be able to afford. But meanwhile, his main is getting roasted again. Oh, the shield comes up. That's so dirty. That is so dirty. Great juggle there. Destroys the base. Could move on into the main. Recapture all the power nodes. Pretty good action right there. What happened to Warpoint? It just doesn't work very well. You gotta go to Halo Wars Hub. It's just the same but better with more information too. Like it shows when people unlock leader powers and when they use them. That's pretty sick. This main base is getting wrecked, isn't it? Especially with the methane debuff, with 3 of these boys hammering the base with their fists. 'Cause that's all the weapons you need. Oh god, Doggie. Oh my Doggie. Well, the big drops here to punish, guys. The tank even looped around for this. Lemonland's gonna have to base trade this one. Sending the brutes after the minis is a really good idea because mini bases do win in these base trades. There are 2 anti-vehicle turrets. It's gonna be 3 now, and there's some mines on the field with no detection, by the way. And then these guys could just roll right into the freshly made base. I'm not sure these guys can actually beat the UNSC army here, especially with that. Are we gonna see a shield drop or something? Because there's a lot of resources here for our Yapper. We're gonna see beam, and everyone's really clumped up. Holy cow. Oh my god. You couldn't clump harder. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's gonna get every unit back that dies. Doggie is so dead. Oh my dog. Holy cow. That was crazy. Alright, Lemonland takes it. Just too far ahead earlier, and despite all the nonsense that has happened, the comeback was not strong enough. Just barely not strong enough. Great first game though. That was fun. Ladies and gents, welcome to game number 2. In the blue color, this is Doggie, bringing Decimus, supporting Team Italy there. On the other side, Lemonland in the red, playing as Isabel, supporting Team France. Chopper's a little spooky when going after the Marines, so Marine does what they do best. Jump into the garrison there. Maybe piss off the Sentinels real quick. That would be a wise idea. But from the high ground, sir. Otherwise, you're getting choppered and the Sentinels will attack you too. So be careful with that. Build orders are very standard. Double harvester into extractor with an upgrade and then mini bases. For lemon... Wait. Doggie is actually going double generator there. Never mind. I just saw him go up to 500. Supplies there. Lemonland, not so. He's got also the standard build of heavy pad, normal pad, generator, pad, minis, and then probably the generator as well. He's waiting for it. Yeah, second gen. So this might be some kind of Warthog play here for UNSC, but hopefully off the back of a Spartan in tier 1, so that can at least put the early banished units at bay somewhat. You definitely want to pick up this power in the back, and it is getting queued up for Doggie a bit scrunt, so everything's good. I like the pathing more or less. Typically enjoy when people pick this mini before the middle one, but it's really not that big of a deal. As long as you secure it all, you should be good. Lemonland's getting the middle mini as well. Slightly prefer Lemonland's pathing. He's picking the map clean, ladies and gents. Getting scouted now, so Doggie knows that he's not gonna be in a rush to do anything about anything. Lemonland isn't, that is. Even the defensive turret, that's a bit much. In tier 1, I think you just get more out of making some units. But hey, if it's gonna be a very greedy tier 1 with just a handful of Marines up front to capture power nodes, then yeah, I could see it. Rabbit's doing a bit of a scout. Now also knows that Doggie's not gonna put on too much pressure. There's no raid camp, no nothing. Very low number of choppers too. It's mostly grunts. I don't think they're getting an upgrade. We're just going straight into tier 2. No grunt mines, but they'll be capturing the power node still. Ed says Double Gen is the build for men of culture. It's a good build. I mean, you gotta do it anyway. It's just about timing. You can't live without the second gen. Second turret, though. Oh, that is very cautious indeed. Grunts are now being bullies. And I'm not sure there's enough Marines to really deal with this. Like I said, you want that early Spartan. Sure, your tier is going to be a little bit delayed. But imagine if you clean all this up, you'll be pretty okay. Now, you can even harass the first initial raid camp units. Shrapnel mines is now coming in after all. Oh, the vortex is huge. Catches all the Marines and the base. Lemonen's gonna have to forfeit that. Already on the back foot there. Warlord's out. You know, Spartans are quite okay against the Warlord. Like, normally I always talk about the pull and stun and vortex combo, but Spartans have their little jetpacks to jump out with, right? It's really not that big of a deal for them. Even if you're stunned, you can jump with a Spartan. So it's okay. Get pulled in, get hammered, do a jump, maybe you even get to dodge some of the damage. If you time it just right. Now, you could go for a punish with mines, if you're really ballsy. Single Warthogs? No, that can't be. Okay, we have some more. Over here, 3 Warthogs at once. Plus Spartan, that's something I do like now. Land's also getting a base on top of everything. That's good, that's good. We got lots of hogs. They can definitely run around and cause some trouble. But the Warlord is a tough target. You don't want to really hang out with him too much. Yeah, best just leave this all behind. Team up with the others. Hit the expo before it comes up. That's a really good idea. And he scouted it, so good job there. Just need to actually, you know, send everyone in. Oh, the Spartan's getting pulled and stunned, probably. Oh, God. I hope he remembers about that jump. Yes. We're getting mines. But not everybody is stunned, actually. Spartan will go down, but the Brute actually takes a big hit. What? He was invulnerable during that? No way. That doesn't seem right. Why didn't he take any damage? That's crazy. Anyway, where's those hogs? Oh no, they've been idle the whole time. Lemon Land, no. Not like this. I have to remake that Alice. And those early turrets are going to be paying off now. The Doggie's going to be unlocking Boundless Siphon now. For sure. I think he's already spent a point just now. This mini is being destroyed and this base is not coming up either. I mean, there's just so many hogs. The one engineer will buy time. Oh, Dark Skies Brutes. Alright. That's gonna hit hard, especially with Boundless Siphon being in. Maybe the turrets isn't gonna help that much. They heal. Hey, somebody do something about this. Give it a prod. Okay, the Warthogs are here to do some trouble. Good vortex on them. If these turrets upgrade, they're actually gonna finish these off, maybe. Triple gen back home for Doggie. That is ballsy. Especially with no defenders around. Spartan's getting hammered. But not too badly. It's just now every hammer hit is actually a stun as well. The generators are getting wrecked. And there's no defenders once again for Lemon Land. That's important. Stun's good, but I don't think the mines are hitting like Lemon Land would have wanted. And then he walks into it. Okay, it does work out. However, that base is getting absolutely stripped. Not enough Warthogs on the counter-offensive. Although they do take out an extractor. There's now a hunter defending as well. Can't have it all. And Decimus is just having an absolute party here. That's without the Decimus hero drop, by the way. Once we reach 1,000 supplies, the leader power gain should line up with that as well. And dropping in the big boy is definitely gonna hurt someone. And someone is Lemon Land. I wonder if we have infantry upgrades. That would be pretty prudent when you go this heavily for infantry. Lemon Land's buying all the bases, yes, but does it matter? Our turrets are good. But does it matter? Because I think you just give these guys Siphon or something. I don't think there is Siphon actually in this. But that's Desi bro. He's gonna tank a turret. And his beams are helping hugely, massively. Lemon Land's base is toast. He's got 2 more. But this isn't looking very good, is it? Oh no, it tickles. They out-heal everything, dude. Oh my god. These hogs are so weak. Len's doing what he can, getting more supply pads. Oh god. So expensive to make all those gens. Have to rebuild the economy, and even then you're only gonna pump hogs. Maybe have a Spartan, but then there's 2 heroes ready to bonk her. Plus the brutes. All they need to do is just chain stun her, and then, you know, sure, there's 1 jump to get out, but what about the others? It's infinite stuns here. Ay. Yeah, I don't think Lemon Land's gonna make it, guys. We're going to a game 3, almost for certain. Good Mac. The Big Mac takes out the engineers. Nerds can't hold their burger or something. Anyway. That's it. That's all we got. We got the minis, but... eh. Time to resign Lemon Land, I think. This is pretty one-sided from here. Off they go. And obviously momentarily we'll have a 6th point for Doggie, which means they'll get Boundless Fury. Faster, stronger brutes, just what we needed. And they heal. Alright, if Doggie just buys all the bases from here, then that's that. Lemon Land probably shouldn't stay in this. I'm gonna message him. This is a technical defeat. Actually can't make anything even. It's no eco. Has the minis, but Not for long. Doggie's just gonna take them all. Yeah, I'm gonna request a resignation here. It's appropriate. If Xbox lets me type. Yeah, there's just no way that I wouldn't ask for a resignation in this one. Right, thanks to Lemon for cooperating there. Appreciate it. Ladies and gents, welcome to game 3. We've got Doggie in the blue, picking Anders, which isn't showing up for some reason on this card. Apologies. We've got Lemonland also not showing up on the card, but it's Arbiter. Yeah, some small bugs here with the new version of the casting tool. Already got a mini base steal from Lemonland. That was just with the grunt. Do bear in mind these elite grunts are fast. They're less tanky, but they're fast and do a good amount of damage with their regular guns. It's just they don't have... Oh my god, a double mini base steal. Are you kidding me? There's no blue units on the other side. This is going to be a 4-0 mini base game. And then all you need to do as Lemonland is pump Ghost like there's no tomorrow. That's all you got to do. So we should see a Spartan from the main base from Doggie. Unfortunately, did not upgrade the generator and didn't pick up the close by power. Or any other power for them. Why are we in a garrison? Okay, guys, you can't do that. You have to use your early units to pick up resources, as that's part of your build order. It's your economy. You don't just send units out for map control. You send them out in order to get richer, in order to build more. If you have more income, you can buy more stuff. If you have more stuff, you win harder. That's very, very important to integrate into your gameplay. If you forego it, then this kind of stuff happens. Lemonland can do whatever he wants now. Sure, there's gonna be a Spartan eventually. It's not the easiest thing for the ghosts to manage, but once you have a large enough number of them and they're supported by a Conduit of Rage, there should be no issue with that. And that's exactly what we should see. We have the first of the ghosts queued up. We've got a harvester upgrade as well. That's 2 upgrade harvesters now, and the side powers are getting picked up as well by Lemonland, so good job there. If these ghosts can just deal with the initial few marines, then there's basically no way to replace them. It's just a Spartan beyond that. From one base you just don't have enough production. The police resigning their power, that's funny. I mean, look, even if that game had disconnected, we'd have given the win to Doggie, so... It was just gonna be another 10 minutes of bonking bases and buying them. Alright, maybe one mini base gets cleaned up. But it's starting to look like a decent amount of ghosts. And there's more on the way. Lemonland's playing very patiently, not really looking for confrontation. Probably doesn't want to run into that Spartan at this point. There's a little bit too many Marines for that. And especially if they get grenades, which they can't. Oh boy. They can't get grenades because there's no power pickups that happen throughout. And there's mine and stun combo is gonna come through on one ghost there. But the stasis mines are also doing their work. Still pumping more ghosts. Actually, I have to say Doggie is holding on quite alright. Which is one of the reasons why you want to also pump some suicide grunts. Can't remember the last time of the competitors wasn't American, Mexican or British. Sometimes they're Canadian, but yeah. Mars from Brazil. But a pure European match is rare. It's usually Brits versus Brits if it's the case. Oh god. Okay, those ghosts just got bonked. Comes the tier 2 upgrades. So yeah, we're not committing that hard to the ghost actually, and with Doggie starting to capture all the power nodes and having a second generator, this is starting to look serious. Like, we just never got to see the maximum possible pump from Lemonland, and foregoing the suicide grunts so that they can't clean up the Marines as easily with this. Yeah, that's tough for the ghosts. That's tough. If you have just 2 Suis, then a clumped marine blob disappears, right? Of course, the Spartan can deal with them. It's not that simple, but it's worth trying. At the very least, it will force the Marines to turn around in micro instead of just constantly shoot. Yeah, Aatrox is from China. That's right. There's quite a few people from different countries. But Halo Wars definitely doesn't have a lot of committed European Halo Wars players. That's a fact. Didn't seem to catch on as much on the continent, just on them British Isles. I mean, it was made here, so makes sense, but also doesn't. Germany is usually very into RTS games, so, but not on console. Like, I think that continental Europeans are just PC gamers. That's why you didn't see it as much. Like, they play Age of Empires, StarCraft. That kind of stuff. Spartan looking to capture. Animation broke a little bit, went under. And we're gonna have the Enforcer drop now, but there are free turrets, so it will help. Oh my god, the ghost! Oh, even one mine is enough to nuke him. They should definitely stasis that Spartan there. But one generator will fall right away. There's the Spartan's ghost getting wrecked, but oh god, they're running into the mines. And one remains. Lemonland gets his mini base back, working on a third expo. Rather, second expansion. It's the third base. However, the third generator was a smart choice right away in tier 2, as map control was mostly established. Now we've got elites, but they're going to be facing warthogs, so it's not going to be the easiest thing to make them work. You need hunters. And there is one, which is good news. 2 now. And maybe a third. Okay, that's good. Everything's being spotted. Even 5 hunters. Okay, and from here, going into Phantoms would be the play. And then you have to figure out how to hold on to this third base, which I'm not sure that can pay for itself anytime soon. That's going to be a difficult one. Fun fact today, YouTube viewers are outperforming Twitch viewers at the moment. We got 29 on YouTube, 25 on Twitch. It's interesting. Wonder if it stays that way. Oh! The mines are detonated. The elites could take that Spartan down. I think they should chase. Especially if they get a little teleport or something. Don't think they have it. But they definitely should chase. Shield generators coming up. It's gonna be nice in case there's any hogs bullying, but that Spartan is not looking so hot right now. Of course, it's faster than those tier 2 infantry. Won't be able to cause too much trouble unless Doggie is saving up for the retriever, which he is. Oh, these guys aren't. Nah, that's not gonna happen. Lots of hogs here. Is Doggie researching population here? Because if not, then there's not gonna be a retriever right now. Even though he's just unlocked it, no doubt. Needs to lose some hogs or get the pop upgrade. Spartan's dead. Still can't drop in the retriever like this. Come on, Doggie, it's good to have a bigger army. We need to have that pop upgrade. Drops are just so much more effective if you have that. Oh, I think Lemon Land might be helping here. Killing those hogs is actually helping Doggie right now. I like the Phantom Edition, but is there going to be actually enough Reaver action here? Only 2 of them aren't enough. Oh, the Vortex just run into the mines. That's so brutal. Oh, the Reaver. It's just staying alive, barely. Oh my god. But now, Doggie should be able to do the drop, but he's still leaving and getting a base and stuff. Here we go. Not the best spawn spot, but it'll have to do. Going to the main now. Is this 1v1? Yes. 100%. Shield is getting tickled to death. This is actually a really strong beam. Well, the main shot is good. The side beams are eh. Should definitely target down the generators. That's just to say. Oh my god, he's counter-attacking? I don't know about that, sir. But there doesn't seem to be any defense here for Doggie. Spartans out. Should definitely tag those guys. Oh, we've got the Sentinel network in as well. First of the Phantoms going down. Meanwhile, the back base is getting absolutely wrecked. Shields are holding on the Sentinel for now. And the Hogs are turning around into this. Is he just going to destroy Lemonland's main? The defense is really good from Doggie. Oh, dude, Lemon's in actual serious trouble. But now the Reavers are back. Oh, the base isn't getting healed by this. Where's the engineers? last possible second to heal this thing. Oof. Hogs are getting destroyed though over time. Yeah, Retriever has to leave. There's just too much healing here. Especially with the Engineer bubble, this thing is just gonna be heavily protected now. 3 Reavers is cutting it close, but it's enough for now. Not too bad in terms of overall losses. Still 95 population here for our Arbiter. It's just, you know, the power nodes belong to Doggie. He can take them all. Although he's... How are these uncaptured? Huh. Well, he's got to fix that. Getting his 3rd and 4th bases up and running is great news for him. If that Retriever can go back and do some more damage, that's huge. But not so easily done with the Reavers chilling there. You don't really want to poke into that, you know? Maybe you could pick one off and just leave or something. But when there's 5 with Engineer bubbles, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure there's at least 1 air upgrade done here. Okay, turret's helping. Yeah, pick off the harvesters and leave. That's a good idea. No need to overcommit. Reavers here to cause some trouble, but you just fly over the big cliff. Should be no problem from there. Arbiter's now doing some damage. Ooh, these guys are gonna absolutely catch that Retriever. There's a lot of grunts in here. I wonder if they're upgraded with squad reserves. That's a very important upgrade to get. But it's the Reavers that will actually do the killing. I mean, there's 5 of them, right? So, bye-bye, Retriever. See you later. The Kodiak action has started, but is it gonna work? I mean, you need significant anti-air at this point to deal with all that and the Engineers. Spartan is decent anti-air. We got some combat tech Marines, but you also need Wolverines, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Doggie's still at an 80 population maximum. This cannot be. He's prioritizing the freaking Jackrabbit upgrade over this. I mean, no. The Jackrabbit upgrade is good to have for spotting and stuff, but you can see anyway. You don't need that. Just target that generator down, right? You can't just spend 450 power at 18 minutes to upgrade a single unit. Instead of that, you could have like 4 more Wolverines here. Anyway, those Sentinels are doing good. Unfortunately, over the longer periods, Lemonland's units inside the Phantoms will get veterancy from them. Got to be a little careful with those mines. Kodiak's here. What's that doing? This is now a Lemonland base. The Arbiter has destroyed it all the way. Doggie is tier 3. Maybe a tank switch could be good, but I think if you got Kodiaks anyway, you just make Kodiaks and Wolverines, and finally population upgrade is in. That's good. That's really good. Yeah, blasted, boys. Turrets will help to hold here, but I think if you add in the Enforcers... Oh god, here they come. I think if you add those in, that's gonna be a lot harder. You just go after the turrets, really, but I think he's going after the main. Holy cow. Arbiter has, obviously, his own ability to use. Drop turrets in, you can just stasis that. Heal is coming through, but no units are being sent back. This is gonna be destroyed, man. Run away from the drop turret, of course. Lemonland's base is still full health. There's an undeployed Cody at 1-star Reaver. This is a problem. If they keep starring up here, they're just gonna absolutely demolish any air units. Very bad news for a potential Retriever down the line. Spartan's capturing a Phantom actually instead of a Reaver. I do think a Retriever would be a good idea if you blast all the Reavers. By the way, where did the Arbiter go? Can't find. Because they did get the base kill and then they were running away, right? So where did they end up? Doesn't seem to have one. I think an Enforcer made it out. What the hell? Yeah, he lost the Arbiter somehow. I'm sorry, I missed that. Probably a Kodiak shot or something. Oh, tags. Change the overlays. This is just the same one from the 2v2 tournament. So this is new. Sean basically made a new version, and I think it's really nice. We now get the player flags. There's a few tiny bugs, but it's nice. Plus, it's transparent, which some people like. You can see slightly more. Ooh. Tanks are getting drip-fed, Doggy. You gotta be careful with that, sir. They're seriously expensive, but he does have a good amount of money. What matters is that the Reavers are gone, and now you can utilize this little advantage to drop in the Retriever, but he's just maxing out again instead. Yeah, it could work. Could work, but at some point you want to finish with the Retriever, no? When there's no anti-air, like now. Lemonland isn't tier 3, but very difficult to hold. The engineers need to heal that base up urgently. And I'm not sure that base is fully covered by the engineer, but we kind of need to cover the center. So going a bit further forward would help, I think. But for now they're holding. It's just when there's no bubble, the base will be destroyed, guys. Oh god. We got the bubble there. Enforcer's not helping too much on the defensive. Especially not against this stuff. Great push by Doggie. It could be very troublesome now for Lemonland to survive here. Got air upgrade as well. Lots of pads getting upgraded. Wolverine's getting added in. This could be a game-ending army, guys. I'm not sure how upgraded the infantry is, but it looks like they might have level 2 infantry. Sean vibe coded. How do you know? He must have told you, right? You know, it actually works remarkably well. Like, if it gets the job done, then go for it. You don't need to slave away on it for weeks that way. I mean, it's just a score overlay. I'm curious what he comes up with next. As in Sean with his little projects. Lemonland, I don't think he can come up with anything meaningful to change the outcome of this game anymore. He's really turtled up. And his units being out here, not very helpful right now. He needs to find a way to remax. He's got the income. And at least a 7 slot here, but I don't know how you deal with all this right now. Especially if Doggie upgrades his population again, which he could. Right now, doesn't need to. tanks are rolling in, so there's going to be constant line of sight at this point. And then 62 population is 97. You know, if the infantry blob just goes in, then I just don't know how you stop it. What are those Kodiaks exactly shooting at? Main base. Alright. The main base is getting healed, so it's not very effective. There's only 2 of them, but they're 1 star. Spartans at work. Seems to be picking off at least a handful of the Phantoms. Doing a great job of it too. Some veteran units in them. But very low numbers overall. Lemonland's population is growing, however. That's something that's noteworthy. Spartan could steal one. Doggie's starting to drop in pop. How is he doing with just 2 Kodiaks? How is he getting this much done? That's crazy. Spartan steals the Phantom. It's just not enough stuff really from Lemonland. I'm not sure where the population was. Did he have a locked base or something? I feel that 70 pop looks like more than this. Anyways, he's gonna go to the losers bracket. Doggie is going to the winners finals. Looking forward to seeing how he does there. GG's. Thanks for the games. We want to thank our website patrons. This is by far the best way to support MetaPlays. Your contribution helps keep the project sustainable and allows us to produce more and better content. If you aren't yet a patron, check out our link in the description and get in touch to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.